Well, that didn't take that long. It was right next door. Cool. Awesome. So we can get on with this process. Hello, everybody. This is Frogman. Welcome back to Serious Engineering. We're kind of starting things off today, wandering around in a little cave over here that I've had marked for quite a while, looking for some various crystals and things and stuffs. And I've kind of been over here digging around, just kind of cleaning up this mess around this big chunk of gold, or at least this big chunk of stuff. So it got quite a bit of cinnabar ore, quite a bit of amber bearing stone, and of course a whole bunch of other junk that I've been slowly throwing away. And I so much love this idea. It was such a good idea. Goodbye. It's in the storage room. So I'm gonna go ahead and mine this out. We're gonna come back. I just wanted to show you guys the size of this deposit. Let's see if I can get her. Can I get around you? Hey, move, 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 move. It's a pretty good sized deposit. It goes in quite a ways, and I think there's at least 5 or 6 of the ore clusters in it. So I'm going to go ahead and crunch this out real quick. And I need to be using the correct pickaxe. So, we're going to need some casing for this. Let's do, where is this? Give me my ender chest. Give me some reinforced crates, because we're going to need them for this. So you guys can go in there. And that can get put in the trash, and let's crank on this. And that should be the last one. How many did we end up with? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 shiny ore metal clusters. That's pretty insane, especially considering that later on we can move these things to be possibly move these things to be able to be attached to each other and be able to be mined at one point in time with various drills. But anyhow, I was looking at another area. Where is my map? Map. I think it's going to be that gold right over there. That gold had like 4 of these things in it. I actually believe that these ones like this are even better because of the fact that the miner that you attach them to should be able to hit both blocks. So that's really, really, really cool. And yeah, we'll have to deal with this mess later on. So how much goodie did we get? If I can get back up here to where I dropped all of my stuff off. So we got about, put all this stuff away and sort the box. Oh wow, that 9, 10, 11, almost 12 stacks of gold regular clusters, and then 1, 2, 3. Well, actually that's double this, double that, double this, and double that. That's how much gold that's going to be right off the bat. So we also get a whole bunch of cinnabar ore and a whole bunch of amber bearing stone and a whole bunch of rare earths. And the reason why I'm over here is because of this stuff right here. I was hoping that, again, by scanning various things in this box, that I would get something out of some of this. So I did learn something new on that. Wonder what I learned on that. Where is my book? Yes, I'm still kind of chasing Thaumcraft a little bit. That taught me something. I don't know what I learned. But we're going to be taking a break from Thaumcraft here pretty quickly today. We're going to start getting into some more technology. I was just over here trying to dig a few things up and find some more stuff. So I was hoping that that would unlock a couple of things for us. And again, it doesn't appear to have done so. So let's go ahead, sort out all of our good stuff and put some of this junk. Oh, great. Wonderful. Of course, there's something to stop these headaches. I need to go make the thing. How is my... Yeah, there's nothing here. Whatever. We're going to put you away over to here, hit this, that. Yeah, we're going to leave that in there for right now. We don't need that. Put a couple other things away. I don't want to put that away. We need the boat, and I want to pick up both of you guys. And this, and utilize the little bitty thing that I made quite a while ago to get out of here, the recall stone. So a recall amulet. This will take us back to our base. Hopefully. Hey. Where did you take me? What? What? That's nice of it. Okay, well, that was where my bed was. Okay, cool. Well, whatever. We'll set our spawn and be ready to go once that next thing comes through. So, I am going to go ahead and put a bunch of this stuff away, and then we're going to start on with today's episode. And while we're at it, we might as well do these so we can get the goodies out of them. Hopefully we'll get a few goodies, because I do believe there's one more thing I haven't scanned yet out of this stuff. This won't take too much. Click, 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 click. Oh, actually, I'm screwing up. Do this. There you go. I already screwed up. We're going to have to fix our tools regardless, but no big deal. Okay, so breaking all of that stuff should have got me a bunch of... Hello, lag. Not lag, but things. Should have got me a bunch of preserved curiosities, which I do think looks like, according to that, we've already scanned it. So I got one more. Why do I have one? Oh, I did this. Whoop, wrong thing. Come back here to me. Go back to normal. I really like that mod. I'm contemplating putting it in a couple of other packs. Anyhow, let's see. That should have given us this, and I'm pretty sure we've already scanned that. No, I have learned something new. What did I learn? Where's my book? Come on, brain. Think. Did we learn anything usable? No, we still haven't learned anything usable from any of this stuff. I'm still waiting on that one to unlock, but it won't do it. I don't know where that's at. I'm assuming I probably have to craft a specific thing in order to make it work, but whatever. Alrighty then, so I got all those done. Cool. Let's put, I think these are going in here for right now. Jeez, how do I have so many totems of untying? That's awesome. Cool, 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 cool. Okay, so I'm going to grab all of these, and what you do with these is you right-click them to get a bunch of knowledge, and that should have unlocked a few other things for us. I want to go ahead and craft one of these really quickly, just so that we can get a some collection for the XP that's happening downstairs with that furnace, because every time I go down there, we have a bunch of stuff. Where is the zombie brain? Zombie brain, unlock. And I kind of want to get that nasty noise to show up, because I need that nasty noise to kind of come along through so we can unlock a couple of things, because there's actually something I'm very interested in at this point, which is the Radiant Trove, but as we can see, it requires a Void Seed, so we need to kind of work, unfortunately, towards that. So that's going to be a while from now. I'm just going to have to do a few things, but I do want to collect up the brain in a jar very quickly. So a brain in the jar is going to take us a couple of spider eyes, some water, a zombie brain, and some of the parts upstairs. So let's get some of this and make sure we have all the parts we need to be able to at least craft one jar. And there should be wood upstairs, right? There should be wood upstairs. I can't use that one. I need to go ahead and grab some of those. Craft this. There we go. And I should have a few spider eyes. I do have a couple of spider eyes. And a bucket of water, which may be right there. Cool. And let's go upstairs very quickly and craft this. So I need a bucket of water. I need a jar, which I need to craft. So jar is... Ooh, I am out of Ignis. That's not good. Do we have any more of that? Yes, we do. Go ahead and put that in there. And I need a spider eye. a brain, a spider eye, a water jar, and that required 25 cognito, 25 examinus, and 25 census. So let's do a really quick check on that. I have 28 of that. I have plenty of that. And do we have any of the examinus? It does not look like it currently. How do we get some of that stuff very quickly? Come on. I'd love it if you could search from right there. How do we get very quickly? It shouldn't be too much of nastiness. It looks like arrows, poisons, potions. Totems of Undying. Really, what else is in Totems of Undying? Okay, yeah, that's where those come from. So I should have a few skulls laying around somewhere. Pretty sure we still have a few of those. Yes, we do. That's not what I need. I need that one. I need a little bit more than that. I have plenty of that. Okay, and I'm going to need another jar. I think we might still have some glass up here. Possibly. I guess I can just use that for right now. And we're going to go ahead and cook these up. All of that should be in here right now. I think everything that's in those, yes, we should have all of that stuff already. Cool. Cook those down. That should be plenty once those get through doing the work. Oh, I already had some. Look at me being dumb. Hey, get out of here. Yep, thoroughly blind. Hit the button. Where's the thing? Do it. Go. Do it. Nose is running today. There's a bunch of forest fires going on around us right now, or I should say to the west of us. I live in Colorado on the eastern side of the mountains, and there's a big nasty storm going on fire that's putting all kinds of ash and junk in the air, and it's not doing my allergies any good today. So yay, that's a little bit more warp. That is a brain in a jar. We're going to take Mr. Brain downstairs very quickly so that we can collect those XP orbs. Come on. I've yet, like I said again, yet to move this down here. We need to go ahead and do that eventually, but I'm kind of waiting on a little bit better logistics stuff here, and I know that we do have it, but I'm going to put you right there. Cool. All right, so we apparently have another Undertaker somewhere down here that has spawned, but that's cool. He'll be able to collect all that XP up for us, and we can just click on him as we need to get some back. So not a big deal right now. I just wanted to Really tired of these Undertakers. Really getting tired of them. Because they just spawn wherever they feel like it. They're too big to handle. With the current process of that thing down there, I have to go down there every so often and clear out all of the junk. But let's take a nap. Okay, so I got that sorted. That's kind of one of those things I wanted to do before I forgot about it, because otherwise that the XP kind of just sits there and piles up and doesn't go anywhere. What I want to do is I want to start looking at a different type of technology for logistics. I'm trying to do this a little bit the different way of doing things. Yes, I know we have red power pipes. Yes, I know they're available. Yes, I'm probably going to use them eventually for basic storage. This pack is not about going crazy and building massive things kind of like I'm doing in Manufactio. It's all about kind of having a little bit of fun, doing various things, or at least that's what I'm taking it as, because, I mean, you have colonies, you get to do whatever you want to do with your colonies. You have large ore deposits that are quite a ways away from where you are that you're going to have to logistically bring back. As it is right now, I've already got the logistics up for that, and if I did so choose to decide to start mining those ore deposits, we just need a Tech Guns drill, which is just some of these little parts, the ore drill, scaffolding, things like that, all this stuff. I mean, we have the ability to be able to make all of this at this point. The only problem that I don't have at this point is I don't have the ability, I think, to make obsidian steel yet, I think, is the only thing. Actually, I can make it in that dude or the arc furnace. So I guess I can even make obsidian steel. I think we've already used a little bit. I think carbon fibers might be the only really big hard thing, but we do have a chemical thing right here. Gosh, you know what? Can I hide those really quickly? Where are you? I'm tired of looking at you. Disable and disable for now. Okay, but we do have the ability to do some of that stuff. So I mean, I can go ahead and get to working on some of those things. The problem is power, and the problem is how we're going to manage the logistics of some of this other stuff. And I've got immersive engineering going. I've got a semi kind of automated mess as far as this is concerned with the golems. And again, I'm not exactly happy with how the golems function nowadays, due to this little problem of him not ever putting that back in that box. And I'm pretty sure there's probably a way to do it, but at this point, these guys are doing okay. I want something a little bit better, but I want something on the level of this. I like animation, I like action, I like things like that. So we're not gonna worry about being totally 100% efficient about it, but what we do need to look at is two things at this point. So the first thing I want to look at is plastic. Now, I don't think I can use the Tech Guns plastic to do certain things that I want to do. So I'm pretty sure that plastic is raw plastic, which is raw rubber, which is wood. I can't use this for what I want to use it for, I don't believe. What I want is this plastic, or these plastics. These plastics up here are going to allow us to craft something that I really enjoy playing with when I get a chance to do it, which is going to be regular old drones. And regular old drones are going to require us to go down the line of, some mod that I haven't really fully utilized in a really long time. So to get started into these drones or the logistics drones or anything like that, the logistics drones, actually the functionality of the logistics drones in Pneumatic Craft would be able to do that entire building without a problem, because of their spacing and their sizing that they're allowed to do. The regular drones, or the normal drones, can actually do logistics as well. However, they don't have a limitation as far as area. So if you're used to playing Factorio, these are programmable like the Factorio drones to carry out logistical stuff in the exact same way that Factorio can do it. And because we have the access to these drones, they can carry it out over long distances. So that means I can have them go over there, get the stuff out of that I don't want them to be storing, and bring it over here and take care of it, or put it in my regular system. Yes, I can do that with pipes. I don't want to. So we need to get started down this line. So in order to be able to even craft these guys, we need to be able to craft compressed iron. And compressed iron is made in a pressure chamber, or it is made by blowing up iron ingots. Blowing up iron ingots. Well, I think we can probably blow up. I think we have some in here, right? Yeah, I think we can probably blow up some iron ingots and go on from there. So can I not make an absolute nasty mess when I do this, please? I think I'm going to take this out over here. And we're going to build a little bitty platform up here in the air so that I don't make a mess, because I do eventually plan on making a power station out here. But for right now, we're going to do something like this. So give me my little tool. Let's make a floor. And no, I don't want to make a floor there. No, I want to make a floor right there. Over there. That looks good. And I'm going to do one right there. And that should be big enough, I hope. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. Put it back to normal. And a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5. What did I throw down there? I threw something in that. What did I throw in it? Something I didn't want to. All right, make sure your magnet's off. And make sure you have your... Where is my flint and or steel? I know I have some somewhere. There it is. I got that in a box. It's pretty cool. So 1, 2, 3, 4. TNT. Come on. No, stop. TNT. And boom. how much did we get? First explosion of many. So there we go. We got 3 stacks and 7. That's quite a bit amount of compressed iron. We're probably going to go ahead and make a little bit more than that. But as you can see right here, you lose a little bit. We did 4 stacks and we lost quite a bit of one of them. And I believe that even says it in the recipe for these. So if I hit R on that, R on this. Oh, come on, Mal. Or come on. There we go. R on this, you're going to lose a little bit. Average loss rate is about 20. The thing is, the real way you're supposed to be making this is in a pressure chamber. For right now, we want to just get some basic stuff going so that we can kind of play around with stuff. So, that is a whole bunch of goodie on that level of it. Now, what we want to do today, at least as far as this episode is concerned, is I want to get at least that pressure chamber up and running and some kind of compression system so that we can get some pressure so we can actually do the work. Now, in order to make it even functional, a pressure chamber, if I can get that to work, I can't even spell today. Pressure chambers are going to be able to, you can automate them, however, automating them, oh, thank God they changed that. Is that what I think it is? See, last time I really dug into this has always been, my favorite times are working through the, what is it? Not Forever Stranded, the other one. Come on, brain. You know what the name of that mod pack is. The one where you basically had to spend nothing but time playing Pneumatic Craft. Anyhow, the recipe for these was changed at least because they used to require a lot of plastic to make these pressure chamber interfaces function to how to be able to automate this. Crash Landing. Crash Landing was the mod pack. So anyhow, complete loss of time there. So let's go ahead and I do believe I have a few of those. And I do believe we can craft a few of these now. So let's not make a whole ton of them. I'm going to do about that many. And then I do want a few pressure chamber valves, which means we need to make a pressure tube, which is just some glass. Which I should have some glass. We do. I don't want that much glass. And I need a pressure tube. So make a few of these. We're going to need a couple of them. We're going to be making the better ones once we have the ability. Pressure chamber walls, pressure chamber glass. Let's do... I actually love the fact that you can do this recipe. That way you're not wasting lots of glass and lots of iron and lots of things. So we're going to do that. I need a few valves. Valves. Where's the valve? I need that one. So we're going to do that one for sure because I'm going to need at least that many eventually. We're going to need, we want some glass. So let's go ahead and figure out where we're going to do this. I'm totally 100% expecting this thing to explode on me at least once because I'm not going to probably remember to set things up correctly. So let's see. We have our tools going on over here, at least some of the immersive engineering stuff going on over here. I think this side is going to look perfectly great and fine for what we plan on doing. So let's get a pressure chamber in on this side. So I do want to at least make it this big. And I'm regretting the use of the definitely regretting the use of the slabs at this point, but that's okay. We can come up with something else. So we're going to build it up in the size that we're going to want right off the bat. And I believe these still are kind of a different multi-block structure where you can actually make them bigger or smaller based on which size you want. I'm going to make a reasonably decent size one. So let's grab a few more of those. We can always blow up some more if we need to. And click, and click. Can't see it. It's right there. Nice placement. There we go. I want at least 4 of the glass right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we need a few. You are not happy because you're missing an input. The input is going to probably power generation for this could probably be right here. It doesn't really need to be that much. All right, so an input valve here. Very cool. Now I want to do the automations of things over on this side for right now. So if I do this, 1, 2, I need to put one that direction. I already screwed up. I shouldn't have put that one down. All right. One this direction so that the input side, the interface side, is facing in. As you can see, it has an I and an O. You need to be able to have, if you want to automate these, you have to have the I, one with one of these blocks with the I facing inside and one of these blocks with the I facing outside so that you have the ability to remove things from the system. Now, if you saw, the door slid that direction, and if we look in there, that door is now open. How those are going to work is as this thing crafts things, it's going to pull things out of that interface, put it into this port, and push them this direction. And as I want to push things in here, it will put things into that port and move things in there. So we can craft these right off the bat now. There's no reason not to make them when you build your first one of these pressure chambers. So that is going to allow us to automate this very simply using hoppers or pipes or things like that. Getting things out of here might be a little bit of a fun time, but that's still something we'll deal with eventually, not right now. So the next thing we're going to have to work on is filling this thing full of pressure. So I'm going to take a nap before the mobs come in here and murder us. And we need to build a compressor. I think I can just do air compressor, right? Air compressor. We have two types of air compressors, or at least we have two types that we're currently going to be using for the moment, which is going to be the air compressor, which is the normal one, and an advanced air compressor, which is something we're going to have to be able to get to the advanced pressure tubes to do. Now, I don't know if he gave us the one that had a RF capabilities. Yes, we do have the one that has a flux compressor, so we could possibly go this direction, but again, this requires an advanced pressure tube and a compressed iron gear and a few things like that. So I don't think there's any way I can get to this without having the programming requiring machines, things like that. So there's a kind of a long chain of technology that goes with Pneumatic Craft. It's part of the fun kind of things. It's kind of like Pneumatic Craft, Thaumcraft, and how there's lots of different things that you have to go through to get one particular process. And in Pneumatic Craft, in order to be able to get the better stuff, like we can have a liquid compressor. This actually uses some of the fuels that you're going to be generating with the mod in order to be able to make things work, and air compressors and whatnot. I know it's kind of a long process. Thermal compressors. Can I make a thermal compressor? Can I make that right now? Yes, I can. I might make one of those instead, because I really don't feel like playing with solid fuel. Anyhow, well, let's go ahead and just start with one of these, and then we may test one of these just to see how well it works. So these are really, really, really easy to craft. We're going to need a furnace, which I don't think I have any more furnaces by now. We've managed to use all of the other junk that we had up, so give me 8 of those, please. And we're only going to need one for right now, 1 or 2, maybe 2. Actually, let's just go ahead and craft 2 because I think we're not going to have enough oomph to be able to fill that big dude up. Because we need to be able to get it to craft these ingots for us so we don't have to waste them anymore. It's the first thing you should do as you build these. So let's go ahead and get 2 air compressors and some fuel times 2. And they're going to be pretty much, we're going to do this and this and this and an air. I didn't want to do that. I want to put an air compressor right there and an air compressor right there. And that should, I'm totally 100% betting these things are going to make pollution. Of course you're going to make pollution. I knew you were going to do that. Whatever, we'll toss a little bit of this in here and a little bit of this in here, and that is going to slowly produce air pressure at that much of a rate, or however many, 10 milliliters a tick. So what I'm going to do for right now is we're going to give it a cut. I'm going to let these build up a little bit, and we're going to see if we can't craft at least some more of this stuff without having to worry about it. So we'll be back in a little bit. Okie dokie, we got it up over 3 bar at this point. Got a couple of compressors just continuously cranking on this. I'm being very careful with this because I don't really have the automation to be able to fiddle with these just yet. I mean, I do, but I don't. In between, while we were waiting, I did go ahead and build one of these because they weren't all that expensive, and it's the same old joke as it always was from what I remember. You place a hot block down on one side and a cold block down on the other, and it tries to equalize the temperature between the two of them. So if you put an ice block on this side and a lava block on this side, it turns the lava block into an obsidian block and turns the ice block into a water block and various things. There are ways of making this work. We will be making this work eventually because this is actually a pretty easy way of doing things. But I just wanted to remember why I don't use them first thing. We're also making quite a bit of mess of pollution, and I probably should have put a filter on it, but whatever. What I want to do is I want to make a bunch of that iron at this point, and we should have quite a bit of iron. I know that this is going to probably be a little slow and probably leak a bit of air out when we do this, so we're going to give this a try. I don't remember if this auto outputs or not into this chest, and if it doesn't, we're going to have to figure out a way of getting it out of there. But for right now, what I want to do is I want to set the pressure chamber interface, the one that is the output, to a specific item filter, and I want to filter on items creative tabs, begins with compressed. That way, it will only allow it to pick out the compressed iron that we're going to put in it. So we're going to start with about that many of those. And it should spit that out into the system. Bloop. It's done. It processed one. And like I said, I don't remember. It does. Good deal. So go ahead and do all of that, please. Go ahead, do all of that, please. There you go. You're being a little slow. Okay. And if we watch, they pop out into the interface here, and we use a little bit of air pressure to be able to craft that. And now we have a reasonably easy way of getting compressed iron ingots. So the next step, unfortunately, is going to be we need to start crafting plastic. We need to get into plastic. We need to be playing around with it, and we need to be able to make the little bitty parts, pieces, tools, machines that come with this mod. So I think for the time being, we're going to stop right there. I actually need to go do a little bit of locating in between episodes. We have to now go find, where are we? Oil processing, automatic lubricator, pump jack, distillation towers, things like this, fluid reservoirs. We need to find oil. And as far as I can tell, looking down the chain of the plastic, Pneumatic Craft has the ability to, it used to be able to have its own oil, and it does, I think, still depending on if you have the mod configuration enabled. However, in order to make plastic, we need to be able to make it in a thermo-pneumatic processing plant using LPG and coal to make the plastic. LPG is refined from oil using a refinery from Pneumatic Craft, and we will be using this process here so that we can get the most out of it. And we will, like I said, we'll also be getting diesel, kerosene, and gasoline along with the LPG. All of these can be run through a thermo-pneumatic processing plant to crack it into the next one, similar to how we do things in Factorio, so that we can pretty much take everything we want to and make plastic out of it. LPG is also a very good fuel to be used in this kind of a situation. So we can use fuel burning compressors. I don't know exactly whether or not it will run in the diesel generators. At this point, I'm not really concerned about the diesel generator because I think we're just going to go straight to the turbines. We're just going to go straight to the steam turbines. I'm not even going to fool around and play with anything else at this point. It's just going to require a lot of steel to be processed, which we're going to be working on. So I think as far as that goes, in order to find this exactly, we have to be able to craft. We're gonna, like I said, we're gonna let that guy run, and hopefully he won't blow up. How much coal do I have? Plenty? Okay, cool. We're going to go ahead and craft the little thing that is required to find those little bitty deposits, and that's steel, that's compressed iron. We still have plenty of compressed iron. We're good. All right, so we need to find the thing that we use to make those with, and I actually probably have some of the parts. It's either going to be a heavy or a light. I forget right now which one it is. Is it the heavy or is it the light? It's a light. I need a light engineering block, please, which is going to require a couple of those iron mechanical things. So we need to make some iron plates. We have some iron plates. I need some copper. Copper, 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 copper. I need some of you. Please make for me about that many. That's fine. And light engineering should just be iron again and copper. And I really, really need to quit clicking on that like that. So a light engineering block. Engineering block should be that. And then I believe it's nothing but this and that. Have I lost my mind? Is it still fences? All right, I'm going to have to look it up. Let's look it up. All right, so in order to find this specifically designed thing, we need a core sample drill. And a core sample drill is made how in this pack? Normal? Wow, I was way off. Yeah, we need steel fence. Steel fence. Steel fence, steel fence, steel fence. We have no steel fence. Let's take some of this steel and make a few steel rods. Do I have a rod mold? I do. That goes on there. That goes over here for the minute. And we need 2 steel rods. I'm just trying to be very cheap with my steel at this point. I think I only needed 1, right? Yep. Nice. Well, plenty of fence then. We're going to need the fence later. Fence, 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 go, good. That should be enough of that, and that should be enough of that. That is a core sample drill. Core sample drill is going to be used to find this stuff. So, put all this back, get it out of our inventory, and I will put the rods in there, and the iron mechanical components in there. And now we get to start doing the fun stuff. So I've already prepped this little process up over here by making another one of these HV capacitors. So I'm going to set one of the sides of the HV capacitor to output. And I guess this is the best chunk to start in. We start looking, hopefully, for oil. And I'm assuming this is going to function. Good. So there's the water, there's the thing, there's the stuff. All right. I guess I'm going to, in between episodes, go locate some oil, and then we can go on from there. Hopefully we have some reasonably close to us so that we don't have to play around. I know I don't have enough power hardly at all to run the pump jack for very long, but I don't need a lot. I just need enough to make some plastics. So let's close that off. And I guess for the moment in time, I will call this one here, guys. I will see you in the next episode. Hopefully, it's not going to be too terribly long and finding this mess. But for now, thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one.